for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venom Fire here, back to another video, and today I'm bringing you guys another pass defense. This one is going to be a blitz out of the Big Dime 146 formation. We're going to be in the Giants defensive playbook. Let me know if you want a full ebook on this defensive playbook. It's really good. You got tons of formations. It is what a lot of people are beginning to run. You got big nickel, 3-3-5 odd, 2-4-5 double, A gap, 3-3-5 wide as well, and then you got Big Dime 146. So we're in 146 today. We're going to be running a blitz. It's a blitz that's pretty popular among a couple of pro players, but I really don't see this online. So I'm going to bring a little bit more attention to it, how to run the blitz and how to adjust out of it. So first things first, we're going to adjust our zone drops. Go ahead and put your flats on 20 and your curl flats on 5. I also do recommend having auto flip off for this because you always want to blitz off this left hand side. It just works better that way. So you're going to come out in the formation, dime 146, and what you're going to do is put your fastest cornerback right here on the left side. Perry Nickerson, I think he has 93 speed or 94 speed, somewhere around there. And yeah, so since we are in a 146 formation, we can go ahead and put safeties at linebacker. You can really throw whoever you want there. If I wanted to, maybe I'd throw a corner at free safety, and then I can put a better safety at linebacker. But yeah, objective, just get as much speed on the field as possible. Then you can go ahead, have some outside linebackers here in this spot. So with that being said, let's come out in the play. The play we're running is going to be cover to sink. Very popular blitz last year. You guys should all know about that. But again, didn't get run nearly enough this year, and it also is a different setup. So we'll just come out in that again, where you have auto flip off, and on offense, I'm just going to run a little bit of an empty setup. All right, here we are out on the field, just against, again, empty. If it is a compressed set, you won't have to move that corner, but again, I just wanted it to be a clear view for you guys, so you wouldn't have to see him, maybe getting hit by a running back or whatever. But so the setup, what you're going to do is first things first, you're just going to press your DBs, and then you are going to spread your defensive line, and you are going to slant inside. So again, we pressed our defensive backs, we spread our D-line, we slanted inside, and then you're going to QB contain. What you're going to do, you notice that cornerback, because he is on the outside, he's not going to go inside the contain. You have to manually move him again. Against certain formations like bunch, where it's a compressed set, that cornerback's automatically going to be slid in. You won't have to move him, which does help. In the case that we're running 5 wide, he's not. So move him into the contain. You don't want to have him super far away like this. Move him a little bit close. Right about there is good. And then again, just for the first setup, I'll talk about the blitz, and then we'll go over some backside adjustments a little bit later. So yeah, here's a look. Again, I'm just in a base cover 2 for now, just to show you the blitz. And look at that, Perry Nickerson gets there really quickly, and he eventually gets the hit on the QB. So even Dalton's not able to get the ball out, even with a quick snap throw. So that's just an example of how fast the pressure can really get there. So again, the setup: press Y, left stick down, spread your defensive line, which is going to be D-pad to the left and that left stick up, and then slant inside, which is D-pad to the left and the right stick down, just like this. Then contain, R1, and then R1 again, and move this slot cornerback in manually on that contain. Again, the closer is better because it's just going to help you with the blitz timing and all that jazz. And then again, just for the base blitz, we got a stock cover to shell, not the worst thing in the world. Again, you see him get the pressure. Our left tackle does nothing. Again, I was kind of focused on the blitz, wasn't really using, but obviously I would, defend that. Going to the instant replay, I just want to take a look, at what we're looking at here with the offensive line. Taking a look at Cam Fleming, you notice that because we're crashed down, he's going to take a direct line. In labbing this, when I crashed up, which worked earlier in the year, doesn't really work now anymore. When he was crashed up, I noticed that they slide over really well. So the new setup is crashing down. Again, when he crashes down, he's just going to run pretty much in a straight line. He eventually disengages. They slide protect over, but at that point, it's too late. We got too much speed off the edge, and Cam Fleming is not able to recover. Or Cam Irving, not Cam Fleming, sorry. Cam Fleming used to be on the Cowboys. I don't know if he is anymore, but that's here nor there. Let's show it one more time, then we'll hop into some of the backside adjustments. Again, press, spread our D-line, slant down, or slant inside. Again, I call it crash down, slant inside. Same terminology, contain. If you get better at this, as you run it more, you'll get better at the adjustments, doing things like that. And yeah, let's snap the ball here. Show the blitz again, getting that pressure. This time it didn't. And that's one thing with the blitz. It's not necessarily guaranteed to be a pressure or a sack every time. Sometimes you will have it where the pressure doesn't get there. That's fine. No blitz is really 100%. And obviously there are some ways to block it. But again, it's more so giving the threat of the blitz. And then you can adjust away from it. That time you see we actually had the contain coming from the other side, but Nickerson got there as well. So really, really nice pressure. So with that being said, let's hop into our coverage adjustments, just the base setup. So we're going to set up the blitz the exact same on every play. Don't have to go over those adjustments anymore. Move that player in. So since we adjusted our zone drops, what we're going to do is we're just going to put this A cornerback on a curl flat, and we're going to also throw our left of screen linebacker on a curl flat as well. We're going to go with a double flat setup. And then we have those soft squats. I like to shade over the top. The soft squats, in the case that you adjust your zone drops, is going to play the exact same, a cloud flat and a soft squat, but I like to shade over the top regardless. And yeah, that's just it for the base setup. You're going to use the mid read. You're going to put them on a blitz. So putting them on a blitz is going to give you better agility, things like that. You notice again, that was a bad user, but we did have the pressure come through. Obviously, if it's a quick snap throw, you're probably not going to get the sack, but you're forcing your opponent to make quick reads. That's where, the terrible decisions or throwing to someone who's covered, missing an open receiver is going to happen when he's under pressure. He has to worry about that cornerback. Also, you're going to force him to start, blocking a running back, blocking a tight end, which is going to hurt his offense. So that setup again, we're going to set up the blitz, press, spread D-line, slant inside, contain, move this player inside, throw your linebacker on a curl flat, throw your slot cornerback on a curl flat, and then user. Now obviously against 5 wide, that's probably not the best setup. I would say double flat, because people are going to quick snap like a streak. It's not going to be the best, but obviously compressed sets, trips, gun bunch, or trips isn't even really compressed sets, but double flatting is better against certain formations rather than others. This would not be a setup I would go to against 5 wide, but again, just this is just what we would run against a regular offense. So again, just a double flat strategy. Let's user that in route, so he's not going to throw it in there. You see the pressure comes through. Again, the computer is not going to make a terrible decision, throw into coverage, so he's going to end up throwing it away. But again, you see the pressure coming through. We're probably at like an 8-to-1 ratio right now. And when I was practicing this earlier, out of 5 wide, it really never got blocked. So it's kind of surprising that it did get blocked that one time. Anyways, we'll show this coverage setup one more time, then we'll hop into something else. Again, A in a curl flat, X linebacker in a curl flat, user on a blitz. And they will go ahead, snap the ball, we'll lurk down, and there we go. Snag that user pick, just fall to the ground. So overall, you see the route wasn't even developed. He threw it, and we ended up lurking him, getting the interception, even against the computer. So now let's hop into another setup I like to do. Now with this setup, let's just pretend you're going to wipe your zone drops completely. You're going to run the stock cloud flat. So pretend that obviously if you're running this setup, you're going to change your cloud flat or your zone drops back to 0 on the flats. Your curl flats can really stay the same, but again, we're not going to use those. So again, we're setting up the blitz the exact same. And really be careful about your zone drops, because you never want to forget that they're on default and then go with a double flat setup. So that's just something to keep in mind. But particularly against this formation, what I would do is man up a couple of players. I like to go with some cross man adjustments. So I would probably man up RB on him, and then I would man up Y with this linebacker and user Sullivan. So I'm actually going to use the slot cornerback. We're going to kind of cross man both those slot receivers, which is really what I like to do against 5 wide. They're going to be on drags. Rarely do you see out of any spread formation like a gun spread wide flex or a gun trips tight end, which is what I would consider a spread, is that outside receiver running a drag from all the way out there without any motion. So this is something you can do against really any formation. You're going to actually use that slot cornerback, which is something your opponent's not going to expect unless he has identifier. So you can come off, lurk like a tight end route. Right there, that was my assignment, so I should have used that. But again, in this case, I didn't go back and adjust my zone drop, so the cloud flats are going to play really deep. In this sense, if I didn't, let's pretend my zone drops again are on default, then those cloud flats are actually going to press. They're going to stop in routes from the receivers, which again, people don't really run to begin with. So I'll show that one more time. Again, you're going to press, shoot over the top. We're going to set up the blitz the exact same way, move our cornerback in. Really, the most annoying part of the defense is just moving that cornerback in. Again, we're going to go with a cross-man adjustment and throw our user on a blitz. We're going to be using, again, Sullivan. I'm going to lurk down. Here, I'm going to lurk over on this little in route. And again, quick pressure. You see Preston Smith, it looks like he actually got pressure, but those cross-mans do really well. If you were going up against Tripp's tight end, let's pretend that Tripp is on the left. I would man up this guy on the tight end, and I would man up him on Y, so the slot wide receiver. Again, taking a look, here Preston Smith actually splits the double team, which is a really, really nice animation to trigger. And I've noticed that happens a lot. He just kind of disengages almost, but yeah, really good shed. We actually get 2 people. They're blocking 5. We rush 4, and we got 2 people home. So you really can't complain when that's happening. That's going to do it for the video, though, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more. We are on the road to 12,000 subscribers. And yeah, on Twitter, link will be in the description. Peace. I'm out of here.